What's up? This is your host Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow, and I have to say happy Friday. And I started the stream a little bit earlier today because I wanted to take a break today, so I want to start it earlier. So the first thing I want to say is that I found this NFT Drop, which is called Love, Death, and Art. So I'm not sure if this is really affiliated with Netflix, but I saw this on IC Tools, and then it seems like the Netflix series Love, Death, and Robots is actually doing an NFT drop, right? So this is the website Love, Death plus Art. So there is no official statement from Netflix or any party saying that this NFT is official, but it's just that I saw this and I want to share with you. And it seems like in the series there might be some QR code that pop up, right? So if you officially saw the show season 3, and if you see a QR code, what you can do is you can use your MetaMask and scan that QR code in order to mint free NFTs. So they are having a collection of 9 different type of NFTs. All of these are actually scenes from the TV series. But is this officially Netflix? I'm not sure. I haven't gotten any confirmation yet. But this is powered by Feature. Feature.io is actually a company that is involved in IPs and also stuff like that, right? So I just want to start the show with this. Let us look at the market today, okay? So if we look at the market today, and in the past 24 hours, right, crypto kind of recovered, right? We did see Ethereum now trading at $20,041, Bitcoin back at 30,000. But are we out of the woods? That's the question that we will be talking about, right? Because if you look at the market, the Asian market was actually quite good today. You have all the indexes going up. At the same time, Europe is recovering as well, and therefore for pre-market in the US, Dow futures, S&P futures, Nasdaq future is all positive, right? So for those of you who do not know, right now Bitcoin is kind of trading like a tech stock, so it is mirroring the Nasdaq, right? So yesterday S&P was down, Dow was down, but then Nasdaq was up, right? So we do see the the crypto market going up because the Nasdaq was actually trading up. So that's why it is. We are on a road to recovery, but doesn't mean that everything is moon tomorrow, right? Not necessary, because the S&P was almost at a brink of a bear market, right? Almost at trading as an index in a way that it might become a recession, right? Because there is a level that if it goes below that level, people will call it a recession, right? So right now, I think there's a lot of powers trying to make sure that that trading does not go down, or else we'll have a recession. But of course, inflation is still an issue. You do have regulations around the world for crypto that could cause an issue, and we do have companies missing the earnings report, affecting the Nasdaq, affecting the Dow Jones, affecting the S&P. So definitely, if you're trading in this market, be careful, because it is kind of like a bear market, right? So moving on, let's look at the crypto market. If we look at the total market cap, yep, money is coming back into the market. We have 1.29 trillion, which is a 3.21% increase. If you look at this in 5 days, total crypto market cap, we are on the road of recovery since last week's huge jump, right? So 1 week can change a lot of things, but if you have conviction and if you buy in here when the dump happens, you are rewarded, right? So that's why even if we are trading in a bear market, don't quit the market. There's a lot of big things coming up. Ethereum 2.0 is coming up, which I'm going to talk about today as well. We have a Polkadot conference that is on the 22nd, right? Where people will talk about parachains, cross-chain and stuff like that. So a lot of things that are happening in this space, and there ought to be price movement. So because the market is trading positively, you do see the tokens in a sea of green. Some of them are in a red. UST is still at a red. Of course, I mean, like, it seems like they can't really do much about the second chain. They are voting on that, but you do see that you have potential tokens that could have double-digit increment, right? Atom, right, which drop a lot, could also go back very quickly. So that's why you are in crypto, and that's why we have conviction, right? We don't leave the market, but we have conviction that the market will recover. The technology has not changed. It is only when something fundamentally has changed, like Luna, where UST depeg, then you leave the market, right? So yeah, looking at the crypto quants, if we look at Bitcoin, right, everything is kind of neutral right now. There's a huge chance that it will go up, but at the same time, there's a huge chance it will go down. RSI is now neutral. It's less than oversold than compared to last time. Exchange reserve is positive. Less and less Bitcoin, lower selling pressure on the reserve. But at the same time, exchange net inflow has increased, right? If we look at the net inflow, and then if we look at it by 1 week, right? this is the data for 1 week, right? We do see that in the last few days, new Bitcoin is actually coming into the market. So usually when Bitcoin comes into the market, people will start selling, right? But when the Bitcoin leaves the market, when Bitcoin leaves the market, there will be less selling pressure. It could be OTC trade, over-the-counter trade that does not affect the market price. But if we have a lot of crypto coming in, it would affect the selling, right? So in terms of the data, it shows that Bitcoin is indeed coming into the market, and there's a chance that there is a selling pressure. But just do your own research when you look at these data. Take it with a grain of salt. In terms of DeFi is still slowly recovering. We do see this huge dump, which is due to the Luna and USD protocol anchor dump. A lot of money has left DeFi, but now we are recovering. And we look at the 24 hours change, right? Let's see. Let me refresh. 1 day change. You do see that actually Phantom and also Tesla's protocols are actually gaining some traction. The first 1 and 2, and then so pretty interesting. Money is still in DeFi, but there are some chains of huge losses. So that's why DeFi is a really tricky thing, right? Because the whole UST crash did have some ripple effect, causing a lot of trading, DeFi protocol to shut down, because if they were reliant on the UST yield, then it will affect the interest rate giving back to you, right? So that is DeFi market. So DeFi has a positive correlation with the crypto market. Crypto goes up, DeFi goes up. NFT market. Let's look at the NFT market. We do see a neutral market. You have red and you do have green. And also you do see that there isn't like the trading volume in terms of NFT did go down, because if you look at here, this is NFT Gold. The market sentiment is actually cool. And in terms of market cap and volume, we do see a decrease, right? So in terms of traders as well, in 24 hours, we do see a decrease. So less people are trading. We do see this decrease for quite some time. And I said yesterday, the 30 days profit and loss is almost at a breaking even point. So trading NFT, trade carefully. Liquidity is less liquid right now, because you have less trading. Alright, the most important news that I want to talk about. For those of you who do not know, Ethereum is moving from proof of work to proof of stake, which means that it will be more environmental friendly, and because if you have to move to a proof of stake protocol, it means that the token has to be staked in order for people to run validator nodes, right? So once that happens, it basically means that a portion of the Ethereum will be out of the supply, right? It will be out of a trading supply, which basically means that Ethereum is out just now money, because less supply, more demand, more network demand. The prices of the Ethereum will keep going up, right? It's the similar thing about supply and demand. So the question is, and the question everyone have is, when is Ethereum coming up with Ethereum 2.0? So according to a core developer who said, just yesterday, is that the Ethereum merge is coming in August if everything goes to plan. So assuming everything is right, assuming there's no issue, the Ethereum 2.0 is coming in August, right? So the difficulty bomb will start slowing down the current Ethereum network. Ethereum devs are hoping the transition of proof of stake quickly, right? So it seems like the team itself is very, they want to push this forward, right? And at the same time, we did cover a few days ago that in June 18th or 20th, there would be a testnet merge, right? So they're gonna try the Ethereum 2.0 merge in the testnet, and if it's successful, it means that there might be less and less delay, and then we'll have Ethereum 2.0. I'm not sure if that would solve the gas fee. Some people said it would solve the gas fee, but if you have a huge demand, the gas will, is up to the market, right? So don't get your hopes up, but Ethereum's move to proof of stake could be in the cards for summer. So basically, Ethereum core developer Presto Van Loon told a panel at the permissionless conference today that the momentum behind finalizing the move is in the next 3 months. So one of the core developers said that we are very close to Ethereum 2.0. So for those of you who are struggling in this bear market, right? My question is that would Ethereum 2.0 kick off a new bull market, right? Because if you have a new protocol update, you have a lot of hype, you do have a lot of media attention about this, right? Remember back then, before Ethereum implemented the EIP 1559, which is burning Ethereum, right? Before they did not have a burning Ethereum mechanism, and then they implemented this mechanism. At that point, we do remember that the Ethereum price went up quite quickly, right? Because people were buying the news, right? People were buying the news that, oh, burning Ethereum will solve gas issues, right? But then you still have gas issues, you still have congestion issues, which kind of caused the price to go back a little bit, right? So definitely not financial advice and not 100%, but I'm sure that the ETH merge, if we have a confirmed date and if it does goes live, will have a positive impact to the price, right? Or at least the ecosystem will be more and more brands might be able to associate themselves with Ethereum, right? Because right now a lot of brands might not hold Ethereum because Ethereum is very environmentally unfriendly because it uses a lot of electricity. But if it goes to Ethereum 2.0 and then it becomes a proof of stake with a 99% cut in terms of the electricity usage, then I think brands will be more open to support that. Oh, they hold Ethereum, they're into NFTs and stuff like that. So moving on to our next news, we do remember our Luna crash last week. It seems like G7 urges crypto regulations in the light of Terra Luna crash. So what happened was that the G7 is an organization with Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdoms, and United States. And what happened is that they are going, while the world continues to assess the damage done in the last week market crash, members of the G7 are urging regulators to act before the body's next gathering in June. So basically, these countries are really looking at regulating crypto before June, right? In the next meeting in June, to come up with ideas and policies to prevent, according to them, protect consumers, right? So definitely, I think that at the same time, we have a lot of bullish news. When it comes to regulation, usually the crypto market might take regulation negative. It feels like, oh no, we have no decentralization, we have more regulations, we have less anonymity and stuff like that. Could that constrain the market? Could that be a unique bearish indicator in terms of the market that could make the market bearish? It could be, right? But in terms of the fundamentals, nothing has ever changed, right? So right now, if you're thinking of buying or whatever, chasing the pump, I do suggest you to look closely at the market. I mean, if you are looking at trading regularly, definitely look at the market, check out the daily news. I do daily updates every day. If you like this, like and retweet this, share with your friends, like and subscribe. Feel free to ask questions. I look at news every day, so hopefully to answer some of your concerns. So definitely, with so many major countries here, it would definitely cause some ripple if they decide to, in their conference, to say that, hey, we're gonna fully regulate crypto, we're gonna do this and that, right? So you have to be careful. So moving on to our next news, which is something like a caution, right? Is that Mashinsky says that sharks of Wall Street circling around Celsius and other projects. Right? Alex Mashinsky is actually the creator of the Celsius DeFi protocol, where you can actually stake your stables or something like that. You can stake your crypto for good yields, right? So what they're saying is that, basically the CEO of the crypto lending staking platform Celsius, believes that the sharks of Wall Street can smell blood in the water and are causing instability at several crypto projects, right? So he was talking about, attributes the recent Celsius price fall, the brief USDT depegging, which we saw last week, where someone deliberately lose 300 million just to depeg the trading on Binance for a few seconds. And, he say that there's a chance that Wall Street sharks are actually specifically targeting different type of protocols, right? So if, this would definitely cause unrest in the market, right? It would definitely, like, if these sharks are able to pull another Luna, if they are able to pull another UST, it would be very risky for a lot of projects, right? It would definitely cause more concern. It would definitely create more regulations. It would definitely cause some downward movement. So I would strongly suggest you that if you hold Celsius, if you are holding other DeFi protocol tokens or something like that, do keep close check on the news. If you hold USDT, do keep check in the news, because from what he said is that they took down Luna, they tried Tether, they tried Maker, right? Which is, and also many other companies. It is not just us. So it seems like cryptocurrency in a sense is being attacked by some financial institution. So do be careful, okay? All right, next news. Interesting news is that we all seen people walking to earn crypto, right? Which with using the StepIn app, right, in Solana. So what happened is that there was a survey, and it shows that some people want to be paid crypto in exercise in the Metaverse, right? So a new survey has revealed that blockchain technology may be a better fitness motivator than traditional monetary incentives, right? So they did a survey and then they asked 1,001 Americans the thoughts on blockchain-related fitness technology, and it seems that 40% of the people are willing to cancel the current physical gym membership for one in the Metaverse, and that 81% of respondents would be more motivated to stay fit if they were incentivized by cryptocurrency payment. So I think this is interesting. It shows that there is a narrative that is going to maybe moving to earn, exercising to earn token. So if you're looking in projects like this could be maybe a good time to do more research in this area, right? So moving on to the next news, second largest crypto exchange FTX expands its empire with launch of stock trading feature. So FTX is a second world's biggest crypto exchange. What they are now doing is that they're now allowing people to do stock exchange, right? Like they're now allowing that it will offer 100 US exchange listed securities, including common stocks and ETFs, right? So another interesting thing is that right now, for Robinhood, right? Robinhood is another crypto exchange. They use a format called payment for order flow, which is called PFOF, right? So it is something that Robinhood uses, and then they make a lot of money by trading spread. But FTX decided not to use this format, and they're gonna decide to clear it directly with the Nasdaq, right? So it shows that they are doing something different than Robinhood, and they are trying to onboard people to use the exchange, right? And they would not take any transaction fees or something, if I remember correctly, right? So it seems like maybe this is a move to get some market share from Robinhood, possibly. And also an interesting thing is that they are actually going to allow users to fund their brokerage account on the platform using fiat-based crypto stablecoins, right? Such as the USDC and all. Okay, so if you hold USDC, you can actually fund your stocks trading account on FTX. So it gives you a more utility to stablecoins, right? So this is definitely a positive news for crypto in general. Okay. So moving on to our next news, another interesting news, which is a few days ago we talked about Solana's Okay Bear. So basically Solana has a very successful project called Okay Bear, which gained a lot of traction, and then someone decided to flip it and then mint it on Ethereum, and there was a lot of trading volume on OpenSea. But recently what happened is that OpenSea decided to delist this collection, right? So the founder of this project donated 20% to Mental Health Impact Index, okay, through the Giving block. But what happens to the other 80%, right? And also this founder is anonymous, right? Pseudo-anonymous, a creator of the project, right? So basically what it shows is that if you are buying derivative projects, if you are buying like low effort derivative projects, just flipping this thing and stuff like that, there's a huge chance that central marketplaces would delist it, right? So trade these NFTs at your own risk. So that's the reason why I pulled this article. So moving on to our next news, Getty Image, right? So for those of you who do not know, Getty Image is like a stock photo website, right? They are planning to launch first NFTs on Palm blockchain through Candy Digital. So Candy Digital is a company that is, because today I kind of talked about Netflix as well for Love, Death and Robots, right? Candy Digital is actually the company behind the potential upcoming Stranger Things season 4 NFTs, right? So they are the company behind the potential Stranger Things season 4 NFT, which I talked about as well. So what happened is that they are going to help Shutterstock to mint their NFT on the Palm blockchain, which is a Ethereum compatible sidechain, where it would draw the collection of over 465 million images, including 135 analog photographs, with focus on turning never before seen archival works into NFTs, right? So the primary and secondary sales for the NFT will occur on Candy's marketplace, which already have partnership with Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and WWE. So I think this is a very interesting thing, because you do see a Getty Image, which is a very big stock photo website, similar to Shutterstock, getting into NFT. And rather than minting on Ethereum itself, they're using a sidechain, which is Palm blockchain. So there will be less gas fee, it will be more accessible to people, but people will have to port these NFT to Ethereum if they allow it in the future, because Palm to a certain extent is kind of close, right? So if you remember correctly, DC Comics, they launched the NFT on Palm blockchain. If you remember correctly, Matrix also launched the NFT in Palm blockchain. but people were unable to port them, or people don't have that incentive to port them into the Ethereum blockchain, right? So, but I do think that Getty image getting into NFTs is very interesting because they do have a huge archive of images, right? So that's it for today's episode. Happy Friday, all of you. Have a great day. Have a great week. Crypto is green. And it is because it's trading with traditional stock market. If you want a good indicator, the Nasdaq would be a good one. This morning, crypto is going up as well because the Asian indexes are positive. China is cutting down in certain interest rates in order to make it more competitive. And also, we also see that the European indexes are all in green, right? So that's why, in general, the whole crypto market is in green. So this is your host, Non-Fungible TC. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Remember to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching, and see you next week.